Hello, Magnetic Queens, and welcome to the Toned and Transformed podcast, where we beautifully blend in fitness and faith together so you can not only get the body of your dreams, but you can also transform yourself spiritually, come closer to God, and live a fulfilled, purposeful life. So, this episode, we are going to be talk about a key piece that helps you grow in your fitness and faith journey. Last episode, we were talking about the first steps that you can take to grow in both journeys. And today, I want to talk about a crucial step on those journeys, on both those journeys. And it's a crucial step because it is what will keep you going and what will make you grow 10 times faster in those journeys. So, the key step in this is having community in both fitness and faith. So, to progress somewhere, you need like minded people because from those people, you can learn a lot. Because if you find people that have already been on that journey for a long time, you can learn from their experiences, from their mistakes. And also if you have people around you that are on that same journey but not that advanced yet, those people can become your companions with whom you walk that journey, and you can support each other. And this is more valuable than you think. You can try to do it by yourself, but you will go at snail pace than if you go with somebody on that journey. So yeah, doing things by ourselves will just take us 10 times longer. And I believe this life is just too valuable and too short to waste our time trying and failing. Of course, trying and failing is a part of the process. But whenever you can take a shortcut to get to your goal and to have success, it's always good to take that shortcut if there's people that you can learn from. So this is one of the reasons why it's so important to have people going on the journey with you and guiding you through that journey. Also because growing in fitness and in faith both can be really tough at times because it's a progress, it's a process. You are taking on a new identity and you are transforming yourself, whether it's in your body or whether it's in your spiritually. There's a transformation that you're going through because this is why you started those journeys in the first place. You want to have a change and you want to have a transformation. You want to feel better and you want to look better. So, to go through the journey that can be tough because you're becoming another person, that you need a strong support system to carry you in hard times, to carry in times where you're not motivated. And this support system is like a net that will catch you every time you fall. And going by yourself really, really will be very hard because your old self always tries to creep in when you're not settled in your identity. And also, if you're coming from a whole other friend circle, friends that, for example, don't do any sports or they don't believe in anything, then it's really hard because they will not be able to catch you in your demotivation because they don't know what it is to be like in that journey. And what I also want to say with that is that you always hear this saying like the five people you surround yourself with are the most time they shape who you are and they shape who you become. And this is just so true. You ultimately start taking on the belief systems of your peer group, of your friends, and also the lifestyle. So you start being similar to your friends. What I do want to mention in this is that I am not saying at all that you should ditch all your friends who are not on that journey, because this is really not the message I want to get through. I have friends that they don't believe and they don't have anything to do with fitness, and I love them. I love spending time with them. So don't ditch your other friends. You have to look for different qualities, of course. But it has been just so valuable for me making new friends in the areas where I was in. So for that, to see which friends are good for you and not, you need discernment and guidance from God. And when I, for example, first started my fitness journey, I indeed lost half my friend circle. I told you this a few episodes before, because they were just not supportive. They were mocking me. They were laughing at me. They were trying to drag me down, because back then they were going partying and this is all they had in mind. And I was trying to like improve something in my health, in my body, in my life. And if you're trying to improve, it's often like holding a mirror to other people who have other habits that are maybe destructive. And this was the case back then. So I lost a lot of them because they really like started making fun of my new lifestyle and of the fact that I was going to the gym and trying to eat healthier and so on. So those friends I really had to let go of. And did it hurt? Yes, it hurt a lot. But in the end, it was what was really needed. But in that, I want to say that back then I also had friends who were not going on the same journey, but they were not making fun of me. They were supportive, they were understanding, and they were interested in what I was doing and why I was doing that. And even though they were not following the same path, they still loved me, and we still had things in common. So it's always about how your friends respond to the changes that you want to do. Do they respect it or do they mock it? This is the way you can see if you should keep those friendships or not. And the friends from back then that didn't have the fitness lifestyle but that were supportive and understanding, they are still my friends to this day. They're friends that have been friends of mine over 20 years. So with that, I just want to really emphasize that it's not about teaching everybody that is not on the same journey as you. Not at all. Have discernment and really see which friends want your best and which friends do not want your best and just want to keep you in that same lifestyle. So that's what I will say on that. And so, as I mentioned, community is important in whichever area you're growing in. And there are two different parts of people who can go that path on that path with you. So I distinguish in between mentors and companions. So mentors are people like coaches, people like who are further on the journey and who can guide you, who can show you who can guide with their experience and who can give you advice and teach you something. And in the fitness area, that would be a coach, because a coach knows exactly what your goal is and how you can get there. And a good coach that has the experience will lead you there. And this is so powerful. Also in your faith journey, if you find some mentor at church, that's one of the best things you can really get, because they are already strong in their faith and they can help you grow closer to Jesus and grow even stronger in your faith. So this is really powerful, and a mentor is really a shortcut to success. So this is one thing, but the other thing that's important as well is having companions. And those are people who maybe they're not as far on their journey, or they don't have the role of a coach or a mentor, but they're on that same journey and they will walk and grow with you. You will go through the same things and you will experience different things on that journey, and you will get each other. You will be able to talk about those things and to grow together. And this is also very, very powerful. There is a verse in the Bible. It's in Proverbs 17:27. If you don't know what Proverbs is about, it's about quotes of wisdom. They're full of wisdom for life. If you really study this book, you will get a lot of life principles and a lot of wisdom, and a lot of things that are in the personal development area have already been mentioned in the Bible, especially in Proverbs. So in Proverbs 17:27 it says, as iron sharpens iron, so one person sharpens another. So if you have companions, if you have friends on that same journey, you can sharpen each other to become better and to further grow in your journey. So I want to go more into detail of the benefits of community in each your fitness journey and your faith journey. So I would say let's start off with your fitness journey and let's point out the benefits that you have from that, so that you get a clear understanding on why I am so strong on this and why I think this is just non-negotiable. So for your fitness journey, one of the benefits is that you can push each other in your fitness goals. If you both are on the journey to grow muscle or to lose fat, you can even challenge yourself or challenge each other. You can say, you can challenge each other to go to the gym few amount of times or to eat healthy. You can do eating healthy challenge or things, and if you do this together you will get so motivated because you are not doing the things by yourself. You have somebody else who is going on the same path with you, and when you have a tough moment, maybe the other person is more motivated and she can motivate you, or the opposite. When that person is having a tough moment, maybe you can be motivated and you can push that person to keep going. So this is one of the ways that this is so powerful. Also, you meet people who will get you and they will celebrate your wins with you. If you have a new PR in the gym, or if your waist has gotten smaller, or anything, or if you managed to do a handstand finally, people who are on the same journey, they will get you. They will celebrate with you because they will know what you're talking about. They will just get what it feels like to reach that goal. Whereas if you tell the same thing to other friends who are not into fitness at all, yes, they will congratulate you and be happy for you, but they will never be able to feel that same kind of intensity of happiness for you because they will just not get it. They don't know what it is like. So having people to celebrate those wins with is just priceless. Also, you can exchange experiences and you can learn from each other experiences. Maybe one of your friends has done a mistake and has chosen the wrong kind of diet, and yeah, this has really hit back on them. So they can tell you about that experience and you will learn from that. You will see that this diet probably isn't the best diet, or the thing that your friend was doing isn't the best thing. So you, instead of you yourself making that mistake, you can learn from their mistakes, and this will just speed up your process because you will not be wasting your time by doing mistakes that you should never do to begin with. So another thing is that it's just way more fun with others. Going on the journey together, going on the fitness journey, it's just way more fun when you also find, for example, a training partner, you can train together. It's a quality time that you spend together, and it's just way more fun. And I've had such fun laughing moments at the gym with other people. So, and those are memories that are just priceless. So training will not feel like a burden to you because in the beginning it may feel like that until you get the habit, but it will feel like fun to you if you have people who are on the same journey with you. Also, an example, if you go to the gym with a gym partner, it's always more motivating to go and to don't skip the gym. And more so, if you have a personal trainer who you have an appointment with and you know is waiting for you, you will not skip that appointment and he will push you further. But even if you're not training with anybody, but you're going to the gym and you see the same people and you say hello to those people and you get along with those people, it's just another kind of motivation. So often my motivation has been just seeing the people at the gym, seeing them train hard and giving their best, and just being there, even though I was not even doing the same exercises as them, and I was not even doing the same plan as them. Even just seeing them and talking to them in between sets just motivated me, and also made going to the gym just something that I really, really looked forward to. If you have your community in the gym, I promise you, you will love going to the gym. You have to pay attention though that you really go and train, and that you do not talk more than you train. But yeah, you will just look forward to go to the gym and enjoy it. Also, when I moved from Austria to Switzerland, I really, really got to know people very fast, and I got to know most of them in the gym. The gym is one of the easiest places to meet people. People are easygoing there because people are going there for their free time. They're usually not stressed and they're also not that shy because it becomes like a little family and you see each other um, every few days, so it's really easy. So yeah, meeting other people there has been really a game changer for me. I could go and ask people for advice on things, and I could just learn from their experiences. And also being in an environment where people were just evolving in their fitness journey just really pushed me to also push in my fitness journey. For example, when I joined the bodybuilding gym where I was also working in, my progress just went through the roof because people were just pushing hard in that gym. And just from seeing them getting better and better, I automatically aimed to get better and I did get better. This is one example. Then let's continue with faith and why it is so important to have people around you in your faith journey and not go on the journey alone. I really believe going on the journey alone will make it so much harder to grow in your faith and to grow in your faith and in your relationship with Jesus. And while I wanna also emphasize that having your alone time with Him is so important, praying to Him and that He will speak to you and will guide you, I also want to mention that having a community and having a support group is so important and so valuable, and it will just make you progress on the journey so much faster. Also in the Bible it says that we are not meant to be alone, we are meant to be in community and to share faith in community with each other and live in community. So we are really made to be with people. So the benefits of sharing your faith journey with others is that you can ask others the tough questions. If you have a mentor or somebody who's further in their faith, you can really ask things that you may not understand, because as you're growing in your faith, as you're reading your Bible, there will be topics coming up that you will not understand in the beginning. You will not understand why does God do this, or why does this and that happen, or why does this happen in my life? Why do I have to go through this? A lot of tough questions that will come up inevitably, and you can ask other people those questions. Yes, you could also go to ChatGPT and ask, but talking to people is just so priceless. You will get other people's, not only like an answer, you will get other people's experiences and you will get other people's testimonies. And sharing testimonies is just so powerful. If you are currently going through something and then you meet somebody who went through this, they will be able to understand you and to share their perspective and what they learned out of it. Same goes to you. If you go through something really, really tough, don't underestimate the power that is behind that, because someday you will be the one sharing your testimony and guiding another person who is going through this. So, yeah, you have people to ask the tough questions and they will be able to answer them to you, and you will grow so much from it. And also, yes, other people in your faith journey, they will help you grow in Christ. They have great advice on how you can get closer to Him, and they will give you another perspective. An example, in my life, I met a girl, a good friend of mine nowadays, and she just gave me a whole different perspective on what it means to go with Christ, what it means to love Christ. She told me back then that often we're just searching for the benefit that we get out of Him and asking for the blessings, but we do not focus on Him. And even though we thank Him, because I already was thanking Him, we often thank Him for the blessings. Thank you that you have done this for me. Thank you that you have saved me. Thank you that you have done this in my life. But it's like, imagine you have your parents, or you have, let's say, a boyfriend, and you're thanking him. Thank you that you drive me here. Thank you that you bring me this. Thank you that you buy me flowers. But you never thank him for who he is. Or not thank him, but you never like see him for who he is. You never like look to him for who he is. You don't say, you're the kindest person I've ever met. You are just so genuine. You're just so loving. And like, you don't look at the attributes that this person have. You just look at the things he does for you. How would your boyfriend feel when all you see in him is the things he does for you? If he cooks for you, if he buys you flowers or whatever, but you will not love him for who he is. And when she told me this example, it really hit. And it's actually the same with Christ. Christ paid a price for us to save us, and He is the best person on this entire world and universe. He is full of love. He is love. He is just. He died for us and He loves us no matter what we do. And this is who He is. And He has so many other attributes. And if you only look for Him for what He does for you, but not for who He is, it's hurting to Him. So this is what she taught me, and this was a whole other perspective, and I had never seen it this way before. So this was one way I really could grow in my faith, and I could even grow closer to Jesus, and this even fulfilled my heart even more. And this was something that I learned through a friend at church. I would have never found out about this by myself. So this is one example. Also, people in your faith journey, they will keep you accountable on things. Maybe you have some things that you want to let go of, addictions or things that do not do you well. Or maybe you have a wrong taste in men and you always choose the man that will make you suffer. This is the case for so many women. And you know that it's not good and you want to let go of, but you have your old self that always wants to like keep you where you were. So those friends that you make at church, they will help you and they will keep you accountable. They will point out wrong decisions that you're making, and the people who are really guided by the Holy Spirit, they will never condemn you. They will never point fingers at you. They will correct you and keep you accountable in love. They will tell you the things lovingly, and they will have compassion for you. And this is just an incredible way that you can grow in your faith. Also, a big thing is that going on your faith journey with others, they can pray for you in hard times or during hard situations, and also you can pray for them. You can pray together, and this is so incredibly powerful. In the Bible itself, it says in the chapter of Matthew 18 to 20, "For where two or three are gathered in my name, there I am among them," says Jesus. So when more people gather in his name and pray for something, this prayer is just so much more powerful than when you pray alone. So I have really seen miracles happen from praying together with people, from involving people in prayer. So this is one thing that you just can never do by yourself. Also, another thing that I experienced is that I just learned about so many things that I didn't even knew about Christian podcasts, which have also helped me in my faith journey. And I didn't even know those existed. I learned about them from another girl at church. And she gave me all of the information from those podcasts, and I've been listening to them, and I really love them. Another thing has been the music, because I have been intentional with the music that I listen to. I don't listen to the music I used to listen to anymore. I don't listen to rap, hip hop, and R&B. I'm doing my best. Like when I'm hearing it out somewhere, I will sing to it probably, but I'm not listening to it in my free time anymore because I know that the lyrics can have damaging effect on your life. You're singing those lyrics over yourself, and it's about sex, it's about promiscuity, it's about drugs, violence, and all of those things. And this keeps stuck in your subconscious. So this is why I have been convicted that the music you listen to really matters. So now that I quit listening to certain music, I still needed some music with some rhythm, because yes, I do love worship music, but sometimes I just want to listen to music with some rhythm or also some rap or some things like that. And this girl at church just showed me such cool Christian music, Christian rap music, and music with a beat that I now also can listen to at the gym. And this is something that I also learned from people in church. So this is another thing that you can benefit from. And also, you just get to meet the most incredible people, and you just get to make wonderful spirit-led friends. And I also want to touch on the topic of church hurt. This means when you have had bad experiences at church, when you have met people who are judgy, who think they're better, because this definitely, unfortunately, exists. And first, I want you to know that this is not the character of Christ. This is not what he intended to. He never intended for people to behave like this with one another. And it also says in the Bible multiple times that we should love people, that we should have compassion, that we should not be judged because we are not perfect. There are so many examples in the Bible for that, but still people often misrepresent Christ. So first thing I want you to know is that Jesus does not align with that, does not align with the bad example some people give at church. But I also want to mention in that you can also get to know bad people in the gym or also outside of the gym and church. So there will be people who are judgy, who like to gossip, who are fake, everywhere. You can meet them everywhere, not only in church. So really also use your discernment there. Use your discernment to see whether somebody can be a true friend or not. And don't like judge Jesus or judge the church by people who are misrepresenting him. What I can tell you is when I started going to the church, I didn't want to involve myself too much in there because this is what I was afraid of, the judgment of people. And it can happen in some churches. Some churches have more of this judging character. So you can also ask God for guidance in which church should you join. It's important that this church is Bible based and that they don't change the things of the Bible to for it to fit them, of course. But yeah, you just have to ask him like to show you really which church you should join, and don't let a bad example like lead you away from God. Because I have heard about somebody, for example, a friend of my mom. She was in another church before she went to the church that my mom goes to, and in this church they were always gossiping with every meeting. It was gossip about other people, talking bad about other people, judging them for the skirt they were wearing or how they were behaving like this and like that. And when she came to the other church, the church that my mom is a member of, she was so astonished that there was nobody gossiping, there was nobody talking bad about anybody. This just blew her mind. So this is how different it can go. So if one church or if a lot of members of one church misrepresent Christ, this is not who Christ is, and this will not be the experience in every church. I have to say, as yeah, going back to myself not being involved too much in church, I always also said I will never join a connect group. I will go to church, but I will not join a connect group. Now I'm in two connect groups of wonderful women. So I have to say I have been really lucky, or let's say blessed by God, that I got into a church that I really love, that I really align with the people there. Okay, thinking back, I was going to, or I was trying out another church before, but I never really like felt really well there. I didn't have a bad experience, but I never really felt the connection there. So then I changed, and the church where I am right now, Hillsong, in Zurich, I am so blessed to have found this church because from the beginning on, I met wonderful people. I was never confronted with people being judgy, and yes, it can still happen someday, but for now, I have just met the kindest people there, the most understanding and compassionate people, and I have just built so many beautiful friendships there that I would have never imagined. I have really met some spirit guided people there. If somebody is really guided by God, guided by his Holy Spirit, and really aims to be more like Christ and is really following his will, believe me, this person will not think that they are better than others. They will not be judgy. They will not gossip about you. They will not condemn you, no matter where you are at in your journey. They will meet you with compassion and they will contribute to your transformation. And this was what I have experienced in church. I know not everybody is that lucky, but don't let yourself, keep you from getting to Christ just because of bad experiences. By the way, this also applies to the fitness area. I know so many people, and I have been one of those who have had bad coaches that led them into starving, into dieting very strict, and therefore, after a time, they say, I'm done with coaches, I'm done with fitness, this is not for me, this is just about restriction, and so on. And again, this is the bad example in fitness, and not all coaches are like that. There are coaches who care about you and who will show you how to stay in shape in a sustainable way. So it's the same for fitness and for the church. There's always bad examples, but there is great examples, and there's people that will guide you into the right journey. You may or may not have luck if you let yourself be guided by God and ask Him for discernment and for wisdom. In every person that you're meeting, He will guide you and He will show you what is right and what is wrong. But yeah, there are definitely bad examples out there. I've gone through it on my fitness journey and it almost broke me. It almost led me to give up. But here I am because I did find the right kind of people that taught me the right things. I educated myself on the right things. And now I am the coach that I wish I would have had in the beginning. So, yeah, don't let yourself be led away from your fitness or faith journey by bad examples. So, I want to dive into how to make friends at the gym and the church, and I want to give you some practical steps in that. And with that, I also want to say there's people that are more extrovert, and for them it's more easy to make friends, and they will think, yeah, I already have friends in the gym and the church, and it's all good. But there are also people who have more of a hard time because they're more introverted and or maybe they've come to a new place. So depending on your personality, it can be easier or harder. But whether it's easy or hard, I do want to tell you that those journeys are both about coming out of your comfort zone. You need to come out of your comfort zone when you're training, when you're taking more weight, when you're lifting more. This is coming out of your comfort zone, doing more than you did before. When you're growing in your faith in Christ, you also need to come out of your comfort zone, change things. So it's the same for meeting people. Meeting people may be challenging for you, but this is what it is about, going out of that comfort zone, because transformation does not happen in your comfort zone. Transformation happens outside of your comfort zone. This is where you should go. The direction should go out of your comfort zone, and the more you do it, the easier it will be for you. So get out on your comfort zone in that area, in the area of meeting people, and really make an effort to meet people and make friends. And now I'm gonna give you some practical examples. Also, first, I want to mention, like, in my opinion, the gym and the church are literally the easiest places to meet people at. Most people I know from the gym or from the church, really. And it is possible to meet people like randomly in the train, on the street. This has happened to me as well, but it is not very common. And like, we are always afraid of talking to strangers that we just see in the train, and they are also afraid of talking to us. So this is something that is not so easy. So it's going out much more of your comfort zone, talking to somebody on the street than in the gym or the church. And the other thing, there's other places where you can meet people. And also, the club, for example, is one of those places. I used to make friendships at the women's toilet often when I randomly started talking to girls. But all of those friendships that I made there were more superficial. So why? Because there is the music and there is alcohol involved. Often, like, yeah, both parties have drank, and then then it is easier to make friends. But you don't really find much out about this person, and often, like, yeah, the thing that you have in common is the drinking and the partying, and those often are not good foundations for having deep connections and a deep friendship. So I won't say that it is completely impossible. You may meet your soulmate in the club, but soulmate in the sense of either friendships or relationships, yes, it can happen, but the probability is not as high. So yeah, now back to how to make friends at the gym or in the church. So one thing that also makes it easier to make friends there and real friends is that you already have something in common. If you're both going to the gym, you have fitness in common. If you go both going to the church, you have Jesus in common. So yeah, let me give you some practical steps. And we're gonna start with the gym again. So if you're going to a gym regularly, you will meet the same people over and over again. So just start by saying hi to people. If you've seen them a few times, say hi. Don't be shy. Smile. Go with your head held up, like not in a proud way, but just in a way that you feel comfortable with yourself, and say hi to people. Don't look down, because this is what I often did in the beginning when I first started in the gym. Even when I started working there, I was looking at the floor because I was shy of talking to people. So like this, you won't get to know people. So just really look up, look people in their faces, and just say hi. If you say hi to somebody, everybody likes a hi, and they will say hi back. And then later, you will get into conversations. So, how you can get into conversations is, for example, you can make, let me just adjust, here we go. You can make people a compliment, and it's really easy in the gym. You can make them a compliment on their outfit or on their lift. Then when they have great form in lifting weight, you can also make them a compliment in that. So this is just one of the easiest way. Or maybe even on their shape. If you think they have a great shape, then you can also compliment them in that. And yeah, just expressing how you admire that, maybe. Everybody loves a compliment, so this is a great way to start a conversation. And also, for example, if you want to use a machine and somebody is in the machine using that, you can ask them to, if you can use that machine as well, if you can like exchange from set to set, or how many sets this person has left. Don't be shy to ask. You need to ask in a friendly way, and people will answer. It will answer you in a friendly way, and therefore you can also start a conversation. Or one big secret, I'm gonna tell you one of the best things to getting to know people in the gym, and I say it because I was a trainer in the gym, is make friends with the trainers. This is literally the best way to get to know a lot of people in the gym. Why? Because they know everybody. They know everybody, and they will start introducing you to other people. Because if you get along with them, if you talk to them regularly, when you come to the gym, they will come talk to you. Because often when we trainers, or we ex-trainers in the gym, yeah, when trainers in the gym, like they don't have any appointment and they're just on the floor, often this can get boring, and they love to talk to people. I loved to talk to people when I was on the floor. And when you start to talk to them, they will talk to you, and then you will find things in common. And then every time they will see you, they will talk to you. And then they will see the next member, and they will talk to them because they maybe also get along with them. And then when he's talking to you and he's saying hi to the other person, the trainer will automatically introduce you guys. And this way, you will get to know so many people. So if you're a bit shy, make friends with the trainers, because you will have an appointment with the trainer at the start and he will make you a training plan. And in this hour, use it, yes, to learn about the exercise and the technique, but also use this time to make friends with the trainer. Or also go and ask the trainer for a certain exercise, how to do this and that, and then make friends with him. Believe me, this is one of the best things and one of the shortcuts to getting to know a lot of people in the gym. A secret from a trainer who was working on the gym floor. So, yeah, and how you can make friends with the trainer and you can get the trainer to be interested in talking more to you. I will come back to that later because I will give you some practical steps on how to make friends. So let's continue with the church, the place where I think it's even easier to make friends than in the gym or anywhere else. And why is that? Often when you're at church, I haven't been to a Catholic church, so I can't talk from experience from there, but from a Christian church that is more about connecting with people and about like praising and singing and standing up and everything. There will be more activities to connect people, and one of the things that the pastors often do that some people don't like, but it's really the best way to get to know people, is that they will say, let's take a few minutes and say hi to your neighbor, ask him how his week was or whatever. So you will have to turn around and say hi to your neighbors and introduce yourself. And in that you can start a conversation, and in that you can get to know people so easily. I have met so many people through that, and really wonderful people. So be open and tell them hi, ask them about them. Yes. So this is one way, but there is also many more other ways, because in church, especially in a Christian church, they make it so easy for you, so ridiculously easy to get to know people, because they offer hangouts, they offer special events like sisterhood events, or there are connection groups. They ask you to go up to somebody who is serving there to be more involved. You can go help there, or if you don't want to go help there, you can even ask about how everything works, and then you will get to know this person, and this person will introduce you to other people. Like, people, most of the time, they're really open there and they're really welcoming. So it is ridiculously easy to make friends at church, believe me. And if your church is very big, then join the hangouts. Then there's not so many people that are in the hangouts, and you will get to know a lot of people. I got to know people at international hangouts of my church. There was a couple. They were the kindest couple, and they offered their home to do hangouts with people. And I went to those hangouts, and there were other people, and I got to know a lot of people there, just eating together, talking. And this is one of the ways I was feeling welcomed at church so incredibly fast. Also, I joined other courses. There was a growth course that was talking about the basics of the church and of God, and I went to that course, and there I got to know even more people. And so, join those hangouts and talk to people there. It's really easy. Also, another thing I think most Christian churches will offer is the coffee before and after church. So don't go home immediately. Stay for a coffee there, and you will automatically get involved into a conversation. And now I want to give you some really practical steps to get into a deeper connection with people, no matter if you're in the gym, if you're at church, or wherever you are. But because one thing is starting a conversation, but another thing is getting deep in that conversation and really getting to know the person, and really building connections. So one thing, like, to start things off, you can always start off with making somebody a compliment. It has to be a sincere compliment. So if you like somebody's shoes or nails or whatever, say it. People love compliments, and they will be so much more open if you start with a compliment, but it has to be sincere. Then ask questions like, really be interested in the person and start asking them questions. I will give you some examples for the gym and the church. For a gym, you can ask, where did you get your outfit from? Your outfit is so cool. Where did you buy that? Or how long have you been training? What is your goal here in the gym? Do you have any specific kind of goal? Or what is your favorite exercise? Those are just questions that really fit the environment and where you can get conversations going. At church, ways to get into a conversation are questions like, how has your week been? What was your highlight of the week? How long have you been coming here to church? What brought you here? Or one question that everybody loves, what is your testimony? Because everybody has a testimony to share, how they got closer to Jesus. So, yeah, this is another way that you can, or those are questions that you can ask at church. It's like, yeah, just having a normal conversation and really like learn to be interested in the person that you're talking to. Ask questions and listen more and talk less, because often, and I was the queen of loving to talk and loving to talk about myself. Sometimes I still have to hold myself back on that, but yeah, we're often so about talking about ourselves, about what we did, about our thoughts, about what we achieved, and so on. We're so self centered often that we forget to listen to other people. And often, when you approach your conversations like this, your conversations they flatten out very fast and you don't get into a deeper level. And what I have discovered is the power of listening actively, of being interested in that person, and of asking intentional questions and just really listening to what this person is telling you, because you can learn so much from other people, but also because we love to talk about ourselves. So as you love to talk about ourselves, the other person also loves to talk about themselves. So if they get to talk about them and if you get to listen to them, they will feel like it's a great conversation and they will open up in crazy ways. They will tell you things that you will think, like, this is the first time we've ever talked and they're telling me those things. This works literally everywhere. So start being interested in people and start asking questions. In the beginning, I was doing this just to practice, to see how it is. And now it has become my nature. I love listening to people and I love learning from them, and the level of deepness of the conversation is just something else. And the level of connections that I build with that is just something else. So use it literally for everything. Whether you are trying to make friends with the trainer, start asking them questions and start getting them to open up. Or if you want to make friends at church or whatever, or wherever you want to meet people, this is the way. Listen to them, be interested in them, and you will get to a crazy depth of conversations. From there, you can still decide if this person's values and your values align, and if this person is going to become a good friend of you or not. But no matter if you really connect with the person or not, always view people in love, always have compassion for people, and everybody is on their own journey. Everybody is on a different point of their own journey. You don't have to get along with everybody, but yeah, just keep this in mind and have compassion, and with the ones that you do connect, celebrate it. This is just something so beautiful. So with that being said, I hope that I could give you some practical steps in getting to know people in the gym and at the church, or if you're not going to the church yet, then join your local church. Go and see what you can find there. See how you can grow there. This will really 10x your faith growth, your faith progress. Same thing for the gym. Just connect with people. I hope you really got the importance of connecting with people and yeah, see your life transform and you building beautiful, beautiful connections and friendships. With that being said, good luck with that. I'm sure you will rock it. And let me know about your experiences and whether my advice helped you and motivated you. And I will see you in the next episode of Toned and Transformed. Bye bye.